Wednesday, September 4th, and I have a pop-up event with Yant Studios next Saturday. And this is gonna be a pretty small event, so I decided last minute I would try to get a sign to hopefully increase some of the foot traffic to the event. So tonight I did some research on the types of signs that are available, and I decided that getting like a chalk sign from Amazon is honestly the cheapest and most realistic option, because I don't even know when I'm gonna use this sign next, so I don't want to spend like too much money on it, but it will come in handy for other events, I'm sure. So I decided to get like a chalkboard sign, and I spent tonight figuring out which one I wanted. So let me just show you what I've been doing. So this is the chalkboard sign. It comes in a couple different colors, so I was trying to decide what color variation to get. I kind of did roughly in PowerPoint, as you can see, what I would be putting on the board, and then I also put a picture of what my table setup looked like at the last night market event I did, so I can kind of see which would be most suited design-wise for my setup. I was trying to decide between like this green one and this plain white one, and I decided to go with this white one because with the green, if I do any sort of colors, like whether I draw with like a different colored chalk marker or if I put like fake flowers on it, I feel like the green would easily clash with whatever other colors I use. So I decided to just go with this white one, even though I think without any colors it's definitely gonna look a little bit too plain, but I feel like this is gonna be the most versatile sign, so I decided to go with this one. Good morning! It is Thursday morning, it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm going to my commercial kitchen orientation today. So that's gonna be in a few minutes. I think she's just gonna give me the rest of the instructions to be fully set up and ready to start booking appointments. So that's very exciting. See you in a bit. Hi, so I just got back. It was really fun. I'm super excited to work there. She just walked through all the procedures. Now that I've finished my orientation, I can start booking time, and I need to start calculating like how much time I'll need for the event that's coming up. And then I need to go and get the food establishment license. So I will give an update when I start working on that. It is now 11 a.m. and I'm gonna have to go to work. Okay, see ya, bye. Good morning. It's now the next day and I wanted to share what I worked on last night. I actually made like the post to promote the event next Saturday. Funny thing is with this, I actually made something similar to this for a night market event that was like 2 weeks ago. And then I had that handy and I hadn't used it anywhere else. So I just kind of updated it to have all the information for the pop-up. I think it looks pretty good actually. I did start from a Canva template, so that's a tip. Now I gotta go to work, so see you later. Good morning. It's Saturday morning, so I have a couple things I need to do today for the commercial kitchen. I just went to UPS and got my like food establishment license notarized, so that one's done. Next, we need to go to the Union City Parking Authority and get like a business parking permit. That will allow me to park for 8 hours on the street instead of having to move my car every 2 or 4 hours. And then afterwards, I also need to go to USPS and resubmit my application for authority for New York. That's the form that you need in order as like an LLC in another state to do business in another state. So my single member LLC is in New Jersey, so I needed to apply for like application for authority in New York for a foreign LLC. I submitted that before, but then I accidentally messed up the zip code, so they send me like a correction letter and I just need to send it over again. So yeah, we need to do that as well, and then we'll be good for the morning. I think everything closes about at noon, so it's 10:30 and we don't have that much time left, so we need to get going. Okay, see ya. is Wednesday about like 10 p.m. and tomorrow's my first day in the commercial kitchen. So today I'm trying to get everything I need packed up and prepped for tomorrow. I had to work a little late today, so I definitely have like a lot less time than I hoped I would to prep for this, but I am going to prep all of the dry ingredients beforehand and bring that. So that means like I'm gonna weigh out and just mix up all the dry ingredients so I can kind of skip that step at the commercial kitchen. I need to do that. I need to like pack everything that I'm planning to bring. This is my first working session there, so I'm not super familiar with like what they have, and I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything because I won't have the time to like come back and forth. So I'm gonna try to bring everything that I need. And actually, let me show you. So I got a bunch of these huge bins from Amazon. And look, they have wheels on the bottom. They sell bigger ones, but I think they wouldn't fit in like little cart that I'm planning to carry all of like these containers in. So I ended up getting something smaller, which means at least I can like fill it up all the way and I can probably carry it. And then there's wheels, so if it gets too heavy, maybe I can just push it around. But yeah, we will see. I will need to fill up these bins with all my stuff. This is how I usually store my baking equipment. I have like these giant totes that I found from like Amazon. Honestly, I was just trying to find something that like fits this cart, and I have like all my ingredients in here, and then I've been trying to like put a bunch of the equipment I need as well and start storing it in here, that way I don't forget. Like all this I'm gonna have to bring. I don't think I have to bring bowls, but I feel like they might not have cooling racks, so I'm gonna bring a couple of those. But yeah, honestly there's way more than this to pack, so I'll just have to show you once I'm done packing. Morning. It's a day that I'm gonna be working in the commercial kitchen for the first time. I took the day off, so this morning I had to run and try to get the food establishment license, so I just did that. It's something that you need in this city to operate out of a commercial kitchen, so I got that. Next, I need to quickly go and shop for some last minute items that I need for the commercial kitchen, so let me take you with me. Let's go. Okay, got the goods. All this stuff. Then I have a backpack too. This is our setup. 3 giant stacked boxes. This is a little bit dangerous. Hi! It's 1:43. I just finished the setup and now it's time to work on my baking list. So today I need to make 2 matcha gâteaux, 16 ube cube pound cakes, 2 of the ube butter mochi, and then half sheet pan of black sesame brownies, 20 madeleines, and 14 cookies. And I have 8 hours, so let's see if I can do it. All right, this is my setup. So I have the ingredients on this table for now, and then I have the mixer here. I'm letting some butter come up to temp, and I'm gonna start like baking on this table, and then the ovens are right there. Okay, so I completely burned those 2 matcha gâteaux. So sad. I think basically the commercial ovens, I think the temp was the same, but the fan was insane. Like low fan was like 2 or 3 times stronger than like my home convection oven fan. And I just didn't even think about how like for that recipe, there's not supposed to be a fan. So I should have turned down the temperature, but I just completely forgot. I was just thinking, oh, everyone uses low. Low's the lowest setting. That must be like the no fan option for commercial. No, you need to adjust like all the recipes. So that's done. And that one that's a fail. Next one that just went in is the ube pound cake, and I tried turning down the temp by 25 degrees, and I'm gonna check like way before the time. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hello, it is 5:24. Let's see, I started at 1, so it's past the halfway mark already. Messed up the matcha cake, overbaked the ube pound cake because the timer on the oven didn't work. It's my fault for relying on the timer, but Anyways, those might be edible. We'll just have to like see in a bit. I got the ube butter mochi in the oven. I did some cleanup, did some dishes, so now I can reuse my like KitchenAid bowl again. And then I'm just eating a snack. These are like my homemade like protein bars. It's just like tempered chocolate with the protein crisps and like freeze-dried strawberries, raspberries, whatever. So eat a quick snack and then it'll be time to work on the rest of the items. Finally, my first kind of successful bake, ube butter mochi. Time to put in the black sesame brownies. This is our final haul. We have the black sesame brownies, more cookies, mad lines for the event this Saturday. I did not finish this. This is the ube pound cakes, and then there's another whole ube butter mochi underneath. And then we have the black sesame brownie scraps, which I'm gonna give as samples. More black sesame brownies, and then some more cookies and madeleines. This is going to go in the freezer here. I'm gonna keep making this stuff and bring it to the next festival I have later in September. It is now the end of our shift. In the end, I ran over by 1 hour, so I just paid for another hour, but we just finished cleaning up. It is almost 10 p.m. and it's time to go home. Let me show you how clean we made it. We cleaned all the tables, swept and mopped the floors, took out the trash, put away all the clean dishes. Oh, I forgot 2 dishes. Okay, let me clean that right now. Let's go. So this is a matcha cake from earlier today that I totally burned. And it tastes fine, I guess. Like, it's a little bit burnt on the top, but overall it just kind of tastes like the normal matcha cake. So I am going to bring it to work. Hopefully people can enjoy it. It is midnight and I decided to try and pack all the other items that I have frozen just to save space because I don't have like much freezer space here. So I packed a couple of matcha cakes, 3 cookies, and 1 ube pound cake. Hi, it's Friday and I'm on my way to work. So tonight I'm planning to print out all the labels and put the labels on all the items. I also need to redo the matcha gâteau that I burned yesterday. So yeah, 2 things. Oh, I also need to run through the prep for the event on Saturday. So like I need to make sure that I charge the Square payment device, all that stuff. So yeah, I'll see you at home. We are now on our way to the event. This morning I packaged the remaining items. I had to print out the labels this morning and cut them out. And the labeling requirement is a little bit different in New York, so I did have to like update the labels. And now we are on our way. So yeah, see you in a bit. Good evening. It is now Sunday night and the last few days have been honestly really hectic, so I wanted to come back and kind of sit down and fill you in on what happened in the last week and how the event went. So yesterday was my first ever pop-up event and it was in New York, and that was also the second event that I have ever sold at. I did one event before, which was the summer festival event in my neighborhood, but aside from that I've just been taking orders and doing pickups from my apartment, so I feel like it was really special that I just had my second event. This event was actually in New York and my business is actually based in New Jersey. So in order to actually do this event, I did try to research to see what I needed in order to legally sell baked goods in New York. And essentially what I found online is that I need to have a commercial kitchen. That also means I need like the licenses to operate my business out of that commercial kitchen. I need authority from New York State to operate my business in New York. And then lastly, obviously I just need to bake everything that I'm selling in the commercial kitchen. So on Thursday, I actually took off work to try to get all the baking done in one day for the event. That was my first time ever baking in a commercial kitchen. And before I actually get into my thoughts on the commercial kitchen, I just want to mention how I found this kitchen, because I just don't have any experience with starting a small business and renting a commercial kitchen. Like, I have no idea what that process, so I just want to share that with you in case you're interested. So if you just Google like commercial kitchen near me, a site will turn up. It's called The Kitchen Door, and they just list like all the commercial kitchens in your area. So I just found that that site seemed to have like the most options, and it's pretty convenient to look at because you can see the distance from you, as well as like how to contact them. If they have any pricing listed, you could see that, or like they're wherever they have that information really easily linked just from this one site. So I just kind of went through all the options. I noted down like the pricing, the location from where I live, and that sort of thing. And the commercial kitchen I ended up choosing was one where you can sign up to basically be a member of, and then you just book the hours that you need whenever you need it. So I was really lucky that there's a commercial kitchen that's just like 15-minute drive from me with no traffic. So it's pretty close. And then that was actually the cheapest kind of option I could find. And for that one, it's like $35 hourly, but it gets cheaper like if you book more hours essentially. But yeah, this was my first time ever working in a commercial kitchen. And I think just going into it, because I have no experience with it, I don't have any friends in the industry. So I thought, oh, it's just gonna be like a more legitimate home kitchen, I guess. And what I learned in one day is that a commercial kitchen is really great for large scale baking. So if you're making multiple full sheet pans of cookies or brownies, I think that in reality, that is what a commercial kitchen is meant for. It's definitely not convenient if you're just baking small amounts of products. So in my case, obviously I had to get it, but I definitely found it to be like many times more effort to bake in than like my home kitchen. So obviously you like have to pay rent. You actually have to pack all of your ingredients, obviously, but also probably you would have to pack a lot of your equipment. At my commercial kitchen, they have like basic equipment for, I feel like, cooking, and then very, very basic for baking. But you know, you would have to bring, if you have like special molds, you have to bring that. If you need measure the ingredients in like small cups, I had to like bring that. I have to bring cleaning supplies and trash bags. I have to bring like all my stuff that I usually use to bake with, which is actually a lot, and it takes time to pack, and it's also pretty annoying to move around. Another aspect is like you have to like travel there, and then in a commercial kitchen you have to do certain setup and breakdown procedures, and that can take a lot of time. And also I found that the commercial kitchen space was just so large that it also feels like a lot more effort to even move around in that space. Like you have to circle the whole kitchen to get to your raw food table. Your stuff isn't like neatly packed in cabinets above your space. You have to like go and grab them from whatever containers you packed all your stuff in. Once you get there, you have to kind of reorganize your stuff. You have to pack it back up again to leave. For those reasons, I just found that it not only costs more to work in a commercial kitchen, but it's just way more effort to bake out of a commercial kitchen. I feel like the way to combat that I'm definitely gonna try next time is just to do less variety and do more of each, because it just takes so much more effort to go there. You really want to try to optimize the time as much as you can. So this time in 9 hours, I baked 2 like 7-inch matcha cakes, a half sheet pan of brownies, 22 Earl Grey Madeleines, 14 s'more cookies, 2 8x8 pans of ube butter mochi, and then I did like 16 ube cube pound cake bases. And obviously each of those recipes itself takes like a decent block of time within that 9-hour period. So I think just to make it easier for myself, next time I'm definitely gonna try to limit the variety as much as I can to be more efficient with my time. Now for the pop-up. The pop-up went really well, actually. So for context, this was a very small event. When I asked how many people were coming to this event, they said hopefully 80 to 100. I feel like it might have been less than 80, to be honest. So it was definitely a really small scale event this time. So at the same time, I did prepare a lot less product. And when I sold out, it was partially because the business owners, they were so kind behind. Once nobody was really like coming into the event anymore, they just bought the rest of my stuff for an event that they had the next day. So that was super nice. This is also my second event ever, but it's also like my first small event. So what I didn't know is that small events can be really fun because there was only a trickle of people coming in. I think at any point there was like 0 to at max at one point there's like 6 people, but usually it's like 0 to 2 people in there at any point. So it was really like fun and not stressful because you just sit around, you can, you know, work on something, and then when someone like walks into the space, then you can do your thing and kind of like sell at your table. But yeah, honestly, it was really fun. It just kind of felt like you're just hanging out on like a Saturday, like you get to chat with other vendors, like hear more from the business. You can chat more with like the customers one-on-one because you actually have the time to do that instead of like a line forming and kind of rushing to get to the next person so that people don't have to wait too long. So that was really exciting. I don't know if that's typical of small events. I feel like logically it probably is. I guess we'll see. And then another thing I tried this time, which I think you might be interested to hear, is this time I tried a technique with samples. At my last night market event, one of my products, the black sesame brownies, those were kind of hard to sell, and at the end there was like quite a few of those left. But at the same time, I've heard feedback from my friends from like giving samples at another event. People really like them. So what I tried this time is to give samples of the black sesame brownie to see if that would result in more sales for the black sesame brownie. What I found is I think that when you give samples of a certain item, I feel like if it's good, then people will automatically default to like, yeah, I'll just get one of those. But that seems to end up being like the default item that they'll tend to go with. So, you know, because black sesame brownies were kind of hard to sell that time, doing samples really made them sell way faster this time. So next time I'm also going to try my samples theory with another product that I have. So I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, thank you for watching my first vlog type video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes of what it was like for me to prep for my first pop-up event in New York. And also let me know down below if you like this type of format. Should I do more of these? And if you have any tips for working in a commercial kitchen or doing pop-ups, I would love to hear that down below as well. Once I get a little bit more experience of working in the commercial kitchen and doing pop-ups, I'm definitely gonna do more like in-depth videos on learnings and tips and tricks with that. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see that, and I will catch you next time. See ya.